Hey YouTube, Doug Wallman. I'm here today to describe a problem I've been having with Logic Pro. That's just for not lack of searching it out a little bit more. So if you've been having problems with what's called input monitoring, or if your tracks, well, when you play them back, when you're trying to monitor, if they sound doubled up, I'll show you the reason why. I did a video earlier today, and I was not really intending on using it for anything other than a scratch audio track, a scratch track, I guess you'd call it. Because it's kind of hard to explain, but I was using it for monitoring, but I kind of just put up with the fact that there was a double effect to my voice. Thought, well, I'm not going to really use it anyway, but it turned out I was kind of forced to use it because my real audio never got recorded, so I had to use it as a backup. And I uploaded that video earlier today, but I either may take it down because it's pretty horrible when I do talk, or I may just unlist it or something. We'll see how that goes. But to give you an idea what you'd have to do if there's some funky stuff going on with your input monitoring, like how I have it set up now is probably the correct way. Test one, where I could, now when I select record, it doesn't, when it's armed for recording, it doesn't sound like it's doubled. Only when I would press this input monitoring. See how that sounds doubled now? Test 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not always how it was, so let's show you how it sounded before, which is exactly how you just heard it, but it does act different. So you have to go to Logic Pro, and this is how you would fix this problem, or a similar problem maybe. So you go to Settings, Audio, and then General under here, and then there's this thing right here. And as soon as I uncheck it, it's probably going to sound doubled up again. Or it's really more like it's testing. See, it's more like a combing phase issue or something. But it is doubled. It kind of sounds metallic. I'm going to check it again. I don't know if it's unchecked by default. Some people actually do want this on because it kind of depends on, what's a preference thing, why you would want it on. Maybe for a different application, it's perfect. In fact, when I went to look this up online, I think the person was having a different problem and he wanted it checked. So it says input monitoring only for the focus track and only when input monitoring is enabled, as it is in GarageBand. Okay, there's also this checkbox for software monitoring. I'm just going to uncheck that just momentarily. I don't think that would impact anything right here, right now. But this is the main one right here. Input monitoring only for the focus track and only when input monitoring is enabled. So right here. So if I was going to press this, test, see, it's now you can tell input monitoring is on. And if I was to turn this off, this record enable, it still I'm going to uncheck that again. See, now when I arm this track, it sounds kind of metallic. Well, here you go. Just check that. And if you are using something for a backup track, at least you don't have to put up with hearing yourself doubled. I might have to delete that video or just unlist it or something. It's quite horrible when I'm talking, so it's much better. Plus, I was using a different mic, but it shouldn't have sounded horrible. And I'm still usually I use a little pencil condenser microphone, but I guess I'm trying out the SM, was it 58? Or is it 57? I think it's the 58. But any Hoosers, I hope that takes care of any issues that anyone's been having with kind of like a doubling effect. So once again, to find that, you have to go, of course, it's in Logic Pro. You have to go to File. No, you don't. You have to go to Logic Pro, Settings, Audio, and then General. And just make sure that this is either checked or unchecked according to whatever issue you're having. In my case, I want it checked. All right. Yeah, I don't have much time for redoing what's called my soaking video. I'll probably have to load another one of those because it was so bad that at least the doubled voice thing was. Because I was just thinking, well, I'm recording it in Logic Pro and it won't be doubled when it's, played back. And I was just going to sync the audio from the scratch track to what Logic Pro had. I was going to sync it. You go audio sync and you clap and you match up the claps in post-production. I thought that's what I was going to do with that scratch track and with my main audio, just sync them and then turn down the scratch track. But I had to use the scratch track to have anything at all. So that was kind of a bummer because I was like lots of prep and also lots of time playing spontaneously. And I don't know if it impacted I don't think it impacted the keyboard, but it may have too. So anyway, this is going to behave. Maybe I'll find some other behavior in this I don't like, but we'll find out. It should all be good. All right, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you.